Hi folks, I'm Nathan with Two Guys and Riding. Today we're here in Des Moines, Iowa at the Concours d'Elegance, and we ran into two cars that we really wanted to show you. Well, they're two of our favorites anyways, and we're here with Tabor and AJ. And AJ, tell us where you work.
We both work at Wilson Toyota up in Ames, Iowa.
And these are cars from the dealership.
Correct, yep.
All right, so we have the first incoming Toyota Land Cruiser to the U.S. made specifically, and the last outgoing one. This belongs to the owner.
Correct, yep.
Okay, so how did he acquire it?
So it's a 1972 Land Cruiser, and I know that I think he was just thinking about finding something to work on or restore for the dealership, and when he ran across this one, it kind of caught his eye because it was the same year that he was born. So
okay.
He bought it, and not a whole lot of rust on it, actually drivable in pretty good condition when they bought it, but when the COVID season hit and everything started to shut down, our dealership didn't have a whole lot to do, so service and body shop was pretty slow, and Danny started talking to those guys, and they got started on a full ground-up restoration of it, and decided to do a full original restoration instead of making it like an off-road vehicle.
Okay, so this is completely original.
Correct. Yep, numbers matching.
So wow, so right down to the color of the car.
Yep.
Fantastic. Oh man, it's so fun. It's so fun to see these. These are just iconic cars. I mean, in the U.S. we don't see them as much, but across the rest of the world, this is, if you want to go off-roading, yeah, that's your choice. I mean, that's you see them all over the place, and they sold a variety of types. I mean, you had this one, you had a 4-door version, you had a pickup bed that was actually made in Brazil, I think, but it was badged as a Land Cruiser. Okay, so what does it have for an engine?
It's a straight 6. Not sure the size, like the liter size, but I just know it's a Toyota straight 6.
Okay, so it's the original engine with the car. You said it's numbers matching.
Yep.
Boy, it looks clean for being a 72.
Yeah.
Now, the suspension, that's all original as well?
It should be restored to what it would have been.
Okay. I love these massive bumpers on the front with the tow hooks.
Yep.
You know, and then just a huge ground clearance. I mean, and then we were talking a little bit earlier about the degree that the tires can move. Did you have a number on those? I can't remember.
I don't. I just know that they were extremely capable off-roading vehicles. If
any of you know what that articulation of the wheels is, you can leave a comment in the comment section below, because we'd love to know. All right. I love that classic look with the white around the headlamps. Man.
Yeah, I love the grille styling and just the old font Toyota in the grille.
Mm-hmm. And I also noticed on the fenders here with the turn signals, you know, and again, if you know this for sure, leave a comment in the section, but we were talking earlier, at some point, Land Cruiser went to a square turn signal. I think it was in the later 70s, but I am not positive. So if you know that, let us know in the comments. All right. Now in the front, you had manual locking hubs.
Yep.
And then the rear was engaged from inside.
Correct. Yeah.
Okay. Boy. I mean, just look at the mirror.
Yep.
You know, I mean, about a mile-long arm on the mirror, and then you got it right in a spot where the driver would have a hard time seeing. Of course, you can adjust that up or down as well. But I don't think the steel pipe itself bends, does it?
No.
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 So it's kind of fixed in place. Well, I guess you don't need to worry about that if you're driving across country, right?
You're going forward.
You don't. Right. That's right. Now, the windshield was originally designed to actually fold down onto the hood.
Correct.
And that's what the other extra chrome hooks are for, and then the rubber mounts on the hood. Okay, so, whoa, boy. That dashboard was used for years on Land Cruisers. I mean, maybe they changed some other things, but that was there for a long time. Okay, down inside of here on both sides, you had panels you could push out for airflow, because the windshield didn't have it, unless you folded it down.
And then also the folding mirrors on the side, too.
The vent windows, yep. If you don't know what one of these is, folks, that's a window crank. If you've never seen one of those. The driver's seat adjusted a little bit
Yep.
But I don't know that the passengers did.
No, I don't believe so.
I mean, it looks like it might fold down for an armrest, but it wasn't adjustable to get in the back.
Correct.
Okay. And how many gears?
3. It's a 3-speed.
Okay, 3-speed. And it would have come with a heater, but not an air conditioner.
Correct.
Okay. Which makes sense when there's driving in hot savanna climates in the rest of the world. We put a heater in. Okay. And then all of the buttons on the dash, the pull knobs.
Yeah.
Do you know what those are?
This one right here, I believe, is the choke.
Okay.
So when you're starting it, you gotta, clutch in if you're in gear, pull that choke out about halfway, start it up, let it idle down, then push that choke back in.
Okay. And then it had the front hand emergency brake, I see, where you would pull it out, and then to release it, you would twist it this way and push it back in.
Yep.
Right there.
And then you also have the 4-wheel drive engage on the floor as well.
For the rear tires.
Yep.
And then you would manually lock the front.
Yep.
And then that was really common in those days. Land Rover had the same setup. Instead, a lot of them you could lock all 4 hubs manually. Okay, let's take a step around the side here, or the back. So you have huge, are these like steps back here? These silver metal pieces that come out?
I honestly think those are just meant to be a means of a bumper. Yeah. Okay. Without getting something huge back there.
Okay. And the whole rear door is kind of a contraption with a spare tire. You can see underneath the left side of the spare tire there's a release handle, and Rob was mentioning we think that the tire folds down actually, and then you would open up the top window compartment, and then you could unlatch the bottom 2 doors. So you wouldn't want to have to do that too many different times. No. Well, I suppose you could do the spare tire down and just open up the back window just to put things in and out. But man, oh man, oh man. Now, it's interesting the round. Well, it's interesting what you remember from your childhood. I don't remember the round taillights, but it's been restored to original, so that's what would have been on there anyways. And man, that is clean underneath.
Yeah.
Wow.
I think probably since it's been restored, I'm not sure that it's seen rain.
I'm sure it hasn't. Yeah. I'm sure it hasn't. Let's just take a peek in the back. We won't open the doors, but let's just take a peek in the back, because it does have some, well, I'd call them jump seats because they fold up and down, right?
Yep.
Okay, and you have an extra heater in the back. Looks like. Is that what that is?
Yeah, it looks like it, yep.
An extra heater with the little air vents going left and right, okay. And, made for the U.S. market, that would have been maybe something they added specifically for there, but these bench seats just fold up. And then there was a little strap you can see hanging over the back of the seat that you would use to hook them in.
Yep, and I love the styling of this, of the back seat in these, with the 2 side-facing rows.
Side-facing, yeah.
I think that's probably the most South American part of this car.
Okay. Is the side-facing
yeah.
The inside-facing rear seats. Wow. It's just interesting to note. I mean, no carpet on the floor, just a bare metal floor. Nothing too fancy, right? But functional and reliable.
Correct. That's what Toyota's all about.
And these things go forever.
Yep.
All right. So if you're drooling over this car like we are, and you're wondering, okay, is it for sale? We have nothing to do with this, but
it'd be Wilson Toyota, Ames, Iowa. Come check us out.
And they happen to have both the Land Cruisers here that we saw, and so if you want to come down there, you can talk to Tabor and make yourself a deal.
2212 South Duff Avenue, Ames, Iowa.
There we go. Gentlemen, thank you so much for taking your time to talk about this beautifully restored Land Cruiser. We sure appreciate it.
Thank you, sir.
No problem.
Thanks for watching.